What's up, guys? It's Tommy Thrash, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to play the Scarlett song Post Mortem. For gear, right now I'm rocking the Jackson Baldini. I call it the Vindicator. For amp, I just got my Line 6 Catalyst. I'm plugged in straight into the high gain setting. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to play the intro, the verse, and the breakdown right at the very end. There's a lot more stuff in between those, but that's for a whole different video. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so for the intro, I'm gonna give it to y'all how I play it live, and so it goes like this. Okay, that's how I do it live. So, the first note is gonna be one of those fat power chords. It's gonna be on this B flat right here. And you're gonna bar your first finger across the E and A string, and then add your third and fourth finger across the D and G string, and you're gonna play that all together. So it sounds like that, and then for the next note, you're going to move that same exact shape down to the first fret. Should sound like that. And then after that, move that same exact shape to the second fret. And then it starts over. And there you go. That's the first half of the intro. Second half, you're going to get your E power chord. And then your F power chord. Then you're gonna go to a G minor. Well, I guess not really G minor. It's just a minor interval. But you got G and B flat after that. And that's third fret on the E string and first fret on the A string. And that's all the notes for the second half of the introduction. It will sound like this. And what I like to do live is I like to hold on to this and do something, do something to build tension, and then we go straight into the first verse. Okay, so for the verse riff, it's in E, or at least what looks like E, so I'm going to give it to you how I play it live. So for the verse riff, what you're going to want to do is do 2 gallops on the low E string. Then you're going to want to grab that use your second finger to grab the 7th fret E on the A string. Then you're going to want to do this little harmonic minor thing, E, F, A, G sharp. So together that'll sound like. And that's 2, 3, 2, 1. 2 on the E, 3 on the F, 2 on the A, 1 on the G sharp. And yeah, that's the first part. Then you're going to want to do 2 more gallops. Then you're going to want to do a little enclosure, E, F, D sharp, E. And that's 2, 3, 1, 2. And so together, that'll sound like this. And then, after that, you're going to do 2 more gallops. And do that same shape again. Then 2 more gallops. And do that first shape, but starting on the low E string. So together at a slow tempo, it'll sound like this. And there's your verse riff. Now there's a second part of the verse riff. It's also an E, and I'll give it to you how I play it live. Okay, so for the second verse riff, this is where the lyrics come in. And it's all down picked, it's in E again. And yeah, so what you're gonna want to do is do 4 muted downstrokes on the E. And then you're gonna want to grab a E power chord with your second finger barred across the A and D strings. It'll sound like that. Then you're gonna want to add your third finger to that. You go from B to C, and then after you go B to C, you go B flat. So it'll sound like this at a slow tempo. Then after that, you do 4 more mutes. Then you start with your second finger barred across the A and D on the 3rd fret. Then you use your 4th finger to bar. Then you go back down to 2. Then you go to 1. So at a slow tempo, it'll sound like, and all together, it'll sound like this. Now for the breakdown, there wasn't really any thought behind this on my part besides just caveman riff. It's all tritones, still an E standard. And yeah, so yeah, I'll give it to you how I do it live. It's real slow. Okay, so for that first part, what you want to do, you got open E and your first finger on the 1st fret of the A string to make this. Sounds evil. And then what you're gonna want to do after that is put your first finger on first finger on the 1st fret of the E string to get F. Then you put your second finger on B on the A string to get this. Then you move that same shape up 1 fret. Now here's the cool part. You're gonna grab the harmonics on the 5th fret of the D, A, and G strings to make this. And so all together, it'll sound like this. And after you do that a few times, you're gonna get to the chuggy part. Same notes as before, except you're just ascending, chugging them. And it goes like this. And now you're gonna wanna go down in a triplet. And so for when you go down, you move that shape up to the G. And then you just go down a fret. Or down 2 frets. And then it loops like that. And then for the next part, you're gonna want to do 4 of each. That's 4. There's another 4. Then you're gonna want to do that descending triplet again. Then you do it again. And so it'll sound like this. And I always end a song on the tritone, so it starts to feed back in my amp a little bit, and it transitions nice into the next one, which I'll show you in a different video. Leave a comment and see tell me, tell me what your thoughts are. Should I keep doing these, or should I stick to my short form content? Or, yeah, so see you in the next video.